Hi, some of you might know me. My name is Riverleafy. I've been a cosplayer on TikTok for about 5 years now, and I started way back in 2020 during the pandemic. Um, During that time, it was very popular to express yourself, and cosplay just happened to be one of those ways that a lot of people found creativity and an outlet for everything that was going on in the world. Um, During that time, I started posting TikToks with my friend, and we gained followers and somehow found ourselves in this weird place of content creation, and I really haven't stopped since. Um I now have about 31,000 followers on TikTok. I don't know why you guys follow me. Thank you so much for following me, but I don't get it. I cannot believe that some of you follow me during the pandemic. I mean, I was cosplaying My Hero Academia, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm contemplating bringing it back, but that Kazuki Bakugo cosplay I did for my first cosplay was atrocious, really. There's nothing else to describe it as. I think I've improved so much over the past couple years as I've learned and grown and really become myself, but I don't think our community has. So the community itself is not the main talking point of this video. My main talking point is actually conventions, but I do think it is very important to discuss the community when discussing conventions. And this is mostly because, when we have these toxic cosplayers in the community, when we have people who got canceled or did something wrong, just because that got canceled doesn't mean they lose their platform, And some of these toxic cosplayers are huge faces in the community. They still get booked for conventions. They still make money. And they are able to then bury whatever has happened, whatever they got canceled for. And so new people who come along don't know that, oh, they did this, oh, they did that. And so they can continue to have followers. So, I'm sure we all remember the whole Wheat Pete situation that happened a little while back. I think it's actually been going on for quite some time now because I remember seeing his videos when I first started cosplaying, and I always thought they were a little strange, but I really didn't pay too much attention to it. And, he launched himself at literally launched himself at every Nezuko cosplayer in his line of eyesight.
We just got here to the con and there's so many cool cosplayers. Look at everybody. Wait, oh my god, I see a Nezuko already. Nezuko!
And it was strange considering, this character Nezuko is a child. And some of these cosplayers that he is, engaging with in his content are also children. But not only did he do that, he then proceeded to cosplay Diddy and Justin Bieber, his friend, which I think is just so weird because, what goes through your mind to make you think that is something that is okay to post?
Community service is not hot. Rehab, that's not hot. Jail is not hot. Hillary Duff is not hot.
After that happened, he did lose quite a bit of followers on TikTok. At least, I don't know about Instagram, but at least on TikTok, he lost many, many followers. He was at about 1 million, I think a little over 1 million before that happened, and after he was down to around 70,000. And while I think it's so good that the cosplay community, banded together and we collectively unfollowed him, I don't think enough happened because he still has 70,000 followers. That is a huge platform. And while, yeah, in the age of TikTok, there are tons of other people with the same amount of followers, even if they're not necessarily a big creator, it's still a big platform. Another cosplayer I can name that shouldn't have a platform as big as they do is Momo-kun. And, I heard about Momo-kun when I first started cosplaying, and, don't follow Momo-kun and the allegations against Momo-kun. But I really didn't know the extent of their allegations and what they had done. So when I was researching for this video, I thought, I'll do a couple minutes of research, I'll pull a couple things, I'll just talk about it really fast. I wrote paragraphs on how bad Momo-kun is and realized I can't talk about all of it in this video because there is just too much. So I want to put it out there first that I do not think NSFW cosplayers are a bad thing. If you are confident enough and if you feel that you can do that, go for it. I don't care. It's not harming me. And also, I'm not confident enough to put myself out there like that. So honestly, slay. get it. If you can make money like that, if you can do that, that's great. But you have to do it in a safe and respectful manner. And I don't mean just for yourself. I also mean for the people you work around, for anybody you film with, for anybody who, mans your technology, cameramen, anything like that. Also for your clients, your audience, the people who watch you, and also for the characters you portray. And Momokun doesn't do this. And I think that's a really bad thing. Up on Momokun's Twitter are NSFW cosplays, and some of those do include children. Now, I want to preface this by saying I probably can't show most of this on YouTube because it would go against the terms and conditions, and I do not want to get my channel banned. However, I'm going to try to at least put one of these up on the screen and just do some really heavy blurring because I think it's very important to show that this is not okay. Up on her Twitter are cosplays of Hatsune Miku and Toga from My Hero Academia. And both of those characters are 16 to 18 years old. I think Miku is mostly 16 and Toga is mostly 17. Their ages do vary, but that is when I googled how old they were, that was their set age. However, the worst cosplay that I found on her channel was Trixie Tang. I didn't know who that was because as a child, I was not really allowed to watch Cartoon Network, so I didn't watch Fairly Odd Parents. But I Googled it after seeing that cosplay on her page, and that is a 10-year-old character. Let me just repeat that. A 10-year-old character. That's a child. That's a child from a children's show. And not only did she have the audacity to post this child with full nudity, but she also has a caption that says, Trixie Tang grew up. What do you mean? If you're putting that as your caption, you know that is a child character, and you know that's wrong. You should not be allowed to have a platform if you can do that. But she does. She has a huge platform. And, just last year, Anime Expo actually allowed her to book a meet and greet at their convention, which, I just find disgusting because she's cosplaying children with full nudity. So before I get to my main talking point, I don't just want to sit here and complain. I've had a wonderful 5 years in this community. I'm hoping to have a wonderful future in this community. And there are so many amazing cosplayers. I've met so many people at conventions. I have so many amazing mutuals who I just love and adore. I swear to you guys, I love them so much. Even if I get way too scared to message them and I don't talk to a single one of them. I love them anyway. I do think, though, that a lot of the amazing people in this community tend to get overshadowed by people who shouldn't have platforms, who are toxic, that kind of stuff. And so they don't get the light that they deserve. But a few cosplayers that I just want to throw out there because I personally love them and I think they deserve everything good that's coming towards them. Zander Smalls has become very big nowadays with his lookalike contests, with everything that he does. I think it's very important to have these kinds of things, have these kinds of events, because, it brings the community together.
I hosted a legal Miku lookalike contest. I hosted a legal Sonic lookalike contest.
And it also brings light to a lot of smaller creators and cosplayers who may just go to an event to have fun and end up making lifelong friends and finding followers and finding themselves a platform. We also have people like allthepotsnpans and itslani. I've followed both of these people since my start in the cosplay community, and I've just got to say that they are amazing. I mean, they're amazing. They really helped me find who I was as a cosplayer and develop my style. allthepotsnpans Leorio cosplay was really the light of my 2020. I was such a big Hunter x Hunter fan, and I still am.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
And then itslani, their FNAF cosplays, oh my god, they're so good. And their Hell of a Boss cosplays, their Stolas cosplay. So these three, I think they really do well with their fans. I think they keep up with their fans. I think they react well to jokes, to critiques, to whatever their fans can bring them. And I think they really do deliver, and they know how to have that platform. And I think that the three of them, honestly, at a convention, I would much rather see any of those cosplayers than Momo-kun or Hoipi or anything like that. I want these people to be booked, not somebody who has essay allegations or who jumps Nezuko cosplayers. Why would I want that at a convention? So with the community out of the way, my main talking point is the conventions, as I have said. I think for most cosplayers, conventions are really near and dear to the heart. At least I know they are for me. I've gone to over 8 now, I think, which is wow. I have spent so much money on these things, and I will continue to spend money because I think they're so fun. They're such a good way for socialization and networking and just, a day to be yourself. If you enjoy cosplay, you can't do it every day because nobody wants to see Inosuke from Demon Slayer walking down the street. People would think that's weird. But if you go to that convention, if you want to be Inosuke from Demon Slayer, be Inosuke from Demon Slayer. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's just a way to be yourself, and it's so nice. It's so refreshing to just be able to share a hobby, to like show off that, and if you make your own cosplays, oh my god, it's such a good way to debut them. All the attention I got from some of the ones I debuted was just so nice, and it made me feel so good about my own work. And that's why two of my all-time favorite conventions were Crunchyroll and Anime Los Angeles. During Crunchyroll, I road tripped up with my dad. I debuted my Clans cosplay with T-Rex cos. Oh my god, it was so fun. I had such a good time. And, I just made so many friends. We got photographed. It was just amazing. And then as far as Anime Los Angeles, my dad and I have made that one a regular one. We both love Long Beach, and I love the Long Beach Convention Center. Not only is it just a really easy one to get around, and I think it's really good for a lot of, younger cosplayers, first-time cosplayers. It's a very, nice, organized one as far as I know. But also, I think the mural on the outside of the Long Beach Convention Center is just really pretty. As nice as most of my experiences have been, I think that conventions need to continue to improve. There's always some sort of drama or stress or just general issues, hotels, parking, con staff, con goers, that kind of thing. Badge pickup is always really long. And it's not possible to avoid every single problem. And not every single problem needs to be avoided. Our world isn't perfect. There's gonna be issues, and that's what makes it interesting. But at the same time, we need to improve what issues we can. My personal experience is most of my issues have come from other con goers. I was stalked one time in a Raven cosplay. In my Rem cosplay, somebody said they would bed me. That was an interesting one. And, during Kumori Con in Portland, I was ditched by other cosplayers I thought were my friends and kind of left to wander till the con was over. So, in my personal experiences, I haven't had a ton of issues with actual convention staff, convention policies, anything like that. But I know many, many people have. I also find that food and water are usually pretty expensive at cons, and that's not the worst issue. I've come to expect that. But I think it is an issue, if you're on a tight budget, if you spend all your money, people need to eat and drink. You can't just not eat and drink. And I think a lot of cosplayers don't at conventions because it's just too much money. At the first con I ever went to, they actually ran out of water because it was so hot that so many people were buying water and they ran out. I had seen a TikTok prior to going that's basically said, if you don't have water bottles, if you don't have food, you're gonna die at a con. So I was terrified, and I over prepared and brought water and shared it with the people online because there was no other water to get. And I just think that is something that could have been so easily avoided. Crowd control is also something that really needs to be worked on. It's so busy at these cons. There's so many people. And, while it's hard to control crowds sometimes, it needs to happen. You have to be able to control the people in the badge line, in registration. You have to be able to control these people. Otherwise, there's just way too many of them. So, in 3 days, on July 4th, I will be going to Anime Expo. It's one of the biggest conventions in California. It's in the heart of Los Angeles, and it's known for being packed, uncomfortable, disgusting. I've heard it's smelly. I've heard horrible, horrible things.
There's not even moving. This is insane.
So why am I going? Well, if you want the short answer, I'm a masochist. If you want the long answer, I want to show off my costumes, and I also get to produce an entire video out of it on the fate of conventions, which is a topic I think is really important. I think we should, discuss this. I have already been to Anime Expo. I went once a few years ago with my mom and my friend, and I did actually have a really wonderful time. I had just made my first ever cosplay. Well, okay, I had already been cosplaying, but I had just handmade one for the first time, and it was really hard, and I was so proud of it. It was Rem from Death Note, and I had a wonderful reaction. I had so many people complimenting me, so many people loving it, and I was so proud of myself. But I will say that there were rough patches, and like I've said, there's always rough patches. Nothing's perfect. But I think some of these rough patches could have been avoided, like parking. Parking was horrible. My mom, while driving around trying to find a place for us to park, was so mad. She was not having her time. And, I thought she was going to kill me. But, we eventually parked, and then we had to wait in the badge line. And that was so long. It took hours, actually. They really didn't have any places to eat or drink inside the convention center. And the line to get back in was just so long. We didn't want to go. So we really didn't eat until dinner. So based on all of that, I do have preconceived notions, if you will, on how this is going to go. But even so, with all that being said, with all the negatives I've laid out, and the very few positives I've laid out, I should have laid out more positives, I am very curious how doomed this community is. And so, let's get into the first step before convention. Con crunching. Where's my off button? I don't know where my off button is. Welcome, ladies and germs, to my tarp of crafting, the crafting tarp, if you will. I would be doing this on concrete on the rest of my backyard, but my parents recently remodeled, so if I got anything anywhere, my dad would kill me, and if I tried to do it inside, my mom will kill me. So we are confined to this nice little tarp here, which is alright. Today is the last day I have to work before my parents have an event tomorrow, and then I go to the con on the 4th. So we've got a lot to do and not much time to do it. So today's subject for the crafting tarp is these hoof shoes that I made for my Cult of the Lamb cosplay. They're really fun to use. They still work great. I still love them, but they need some love, some touch-ups. You know how it goes. So the bottoms, the paint is chipping really bad. And then on top of that, where I cut the heel off of the high heel underneath, there was some exposed metal that I hadn't sanded down, and it actually tore the sock all up. And I did sew all of the holes up. I put nail polish over them so that way they wouldn't fray, wouldn't tear again. But I want to add some foam there just to make sure that there's no tearing again. So the last thing that I want to do is these shoes have no traction. They are really bad. I've almost ate it at cons before because, there was a tile floor and I almost slipped. So I want to basically create a horseshoe out of foam and take a little ring of really, really thin foam and just glue it right on there and paint it black so that way it looks like the rest of the bottom. And that way I can still have the wood sound that I like, the hoof sound, because these are made of wood, so they sound very much like a horse hoof, but without absolutely breaking all my bones on the con floor. So, yeah, that is what we're doing today in the crafting tent. We've got a lot to do. Let's get started. The crafting tent. I meant crafting tarp. Let's get started. Okay, so the first step is I have rolled down the sock, and now I'm going to put some foam right here. I really want to mimic that natural animal shape. So, it needs to go out like that just a little bit more, but, obviously it's got to blend into how it goes down here. And I can't add more foam to the actual hoof. So we've got to make it blend really nicely. I'm going to glue it on with some hot glue, and then we're going to be good to go. So we've run into a problem. I've got it pretty well shaped. I think it needs to be a little bit more harsh almost. I think I made it a little bit too round, but while adjusting it in there, the seams that I had previously sewn are actually starting to burst, and that's really not good. So I have a few options here. Um, I could try to find another sock to actually go over this one, which wouldn't be easy. It would not be easy, but it could work. I could not use foam at all and try and just patch the socks in a different way, putting some cloth under there or something else, which actually I may do that. Those are the only options I can think of as of right now. So I think I may try to find something that can go under it to minimize the friction instead of foam, because as fun as this does look, I am slightly afraid that it will kill the socks that I've used. So we're gonna try that. I'm pretty much committing to what I'm doing here, so I hope my plan pays off. I guess we will see. Okay, so it did pay off pretty well. Um, all I did was put a really thin piece of foam in that spot instead of a really thick one. The sock is still fraying, so I'll have to do something about that, but I shouldn't have an issue with any more friction, I don't think. And if I do, it should be pretty minimal because it's not, a cut off heel rubbing against the sock. It's just a thin layer of foam. Okay, so I did get the other one done off camera. It worked pretty much just as well. So, now all I gotta do is I have to paint that red black so it's not noticeable under the sock, and then I have to paint the bottom. But I was actually considering, why don't I paint the sock and try and see if that helps the tearing stop? And it's because I'm not actually using paint for the hoof. I'm actually going with a little bit of Flex Seal. Yeah, I used Flex Seal on this considering just to hope that because I'm actually walking, it would hold up a little bit better than paint. I was afraid that paint would chip too fast. This still chipped, but it did it did really well actually. So I may try and add a little bit onto the back of the sock and see if that does anything. It might not. It is what is holding the shoe and the sock together around the hoof part. So I've already technically tested it on the sock, but I haven't tested it on this area and so on and so forth. So I'm actually gonna paint the red foam that I just added first before I do this, and then I'm actually gonna use real paint on. Yeah. Okay, those both have a few coats of paint on them. So now I'm gonna Flex Seal the bottoms, and then I think I will do the little horseshoe ring. That was only a consideration, but I think I will just because I really don't want to slip and eat it. So I'll just add a little ring around the outer edge, and then we should be good to go on the hooves, and then I can move on to my next project. So we had an update. My dad so generously donated his socks so I can cut them up and put them over the other socks. So, I gotta give him a shout out. Go follow at Rat Dog Band on Instagram and YouTube so my dad can buy himself a new pair of socks because his child is a cosplayer and is cutting up all of his clothing. Okay, I thought I filmed myself showing off the shoe, but my mic had died. So I got the other one. I was gonna do a thumbs up. I don't know what that was. It's really hot out here. I am dying. It looks really cloudy. It is really cloudy, but it is. Wow, it's hot. Anyway, so here's what the shoe looks like You can see that there's like a little bit of a lip there, and you can kind of see the Hanes logo on the back, so that's nice. So I'm gonna flex seal at least the back down. I think I'll probably glue the front down and may flex seal it depending on how I'm feeling and how I think it'll do like that. I am using an N95 mask. You can see it in the background because it blew off the tarp. And I don't necessarily know if I need that. It's not spray paint, but it is still chemicals, so I would like to be safe and use safety products. So yeah, please be safe while you're crafting. Don't breathe in chemicals. Don't breathe in Flex Seal. You're not Phil Swift, okay? Don't breathe in Flex Seal. Okay, so I started to paint with the Flex Seal, and then, I did realize that the first time I had ever done the Flex Seal on a sock was after it had been resined. So there's a lot of hot glue and hope holding this thing together. But I think once that hot glue dries, I'll at least be able to paint this area, and then I'll have to try the rest. Yeah, we're figuring it out. We're working on it slowly, very slowly. Okay. Well, so here's the one that's mostly dry, and I don't know if it necessarily looks pretty, but I think the back seam is actually pretty bad. But what I think I might be able to do is actually I have some old Sherpa from the pants I made, and I might be able to make like a fur ring that goes around in hopes that that will cover up the seam and also make it a little bit more like an animal. Yeah, that's about all I can think of to fix that, but it at least to me looks better than it did, and I think with 1 or 2 more coats of Flex Seal, it honestly should look fine. I may still make the fur just for fun, just so it'll look a little bit better than it did last time, but I do think it looks pretty good right now. Welcome to the bathroom. My shoes are drying. It's a little past midnight, so we're still making good time, but my next step now is to style this wig. I hate wigs. I hate wig styling so much. I entirely stopped using wigs in my cosplays for I think a good year because I just hate them. But I don't have the hair for Link from Zelda, and this wig does. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I'm also filming a TikTok because somebody asked for a tutorial on my Kurapika wig, and the beginning of this is similar. So if you see the phone stand here, just don't worry about it. It's and if I'm just talking to myself to a different camera, don't worry about that either. But full disclaimer, I don't know what I'm doing with wigs, so yeah, I'm gonna do my best, and I'm just gonna tease this and hairspray it until something happens, and that's the process. So yeah, let's go. I forgot where I put my bald cap, but let's get bald, guys. Yeah. So I'm bald now. This one has a giant hole right in the front. So if I wanted, I could have like one little toe. I'm so tired. I want to go to bed. Anyway, I think I look pretty slay. I just look pretty cool like this, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please stay and watch the rest of the video. I apologize. Let me fix this. We're bald. Let's get styling. I hate everything right now. I kind of look like if you smooth this down just a little bit, I kind of feel like I look like the guy from the Labyrinth. My baby's love had gone and left my baby blue. Nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? Just if I had a longer back, maybe not. Maybe it's just because I'm looking if I'm looking in here, I don't really see it, but if I'm looking at my camera, I do see it. So I don't know. I'm so tired. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Last stretch. We got this. Okay, I know looks absolutely insane right now. We're working on it. I look more like the guy from the labyrinth than I did in the last time I talked, but that's fine. Um, yeah, so these right here in the front are gonna be his front spikes. Everything else being teased right now is mostly for texture, and then I'll have to cut these and texturize them. And I need to put all this back in a ponytail. I just wanted some volume on the back since there was gonna be volume on the front. Okay, so unfortunately my camera died some point during filming, but we have this weird funky phone setup that I've got going on. And here is our final look. I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. I think the only thing I may touch up are just these like little side pieces here. I think the back is pretty good. It may need some trimming, but other than that, it's fine. I'm very proud of these front like spikes. So yeah, the only decisions I really have to make now are with the actual outfit itself for Anime Expo, because I'm not sure if I like these ears, and then I don't know if I'm gonna wear the veil, but those are decisions I can make off camera, so I'm a sheep now. That's pretty cool. I am actually very happy with the way these came out during the like 2.0. I really thought I was gonna hate this fur ring. I actually really like it. It took so long to hem. Oh my god, because I did it by hand. And then I did add, there's 2 little foam strips there. The fur ring is fully detachable, so I can take it off if I absolutely don't want it or I hate it. And it just covers that really ugly seam. And so I think I will try to keep it as much as possible. The only problems are obviously if it like starts to fall off or if it breaks. It's not a big deal. I can take it off. There's just that really ugly seam. So I am very happy with the way that these turned out, and I think I look pretty silly standing in them. I think I kind of look like a little cryptid, like a little gremlin. So that's pretty cool. Well, I finally made it to bed. It's been a long day. It's about I'd say 3:15 about now, maybe a little bit later. I actually haven't checked a clock in a little bit. Um, but I'm really proud of what I accomplished today. Like, don't talk to me about being a little crafter, okay? Because I feel like I can say for certain I am the crafter of all crafters. Like, I think I was crafting from 12 to 3 a.m., like 12 p.m. to 3 a.m. Obviously, there were some breaks in between. I went to the gym, I had dinner with family, but I'm still really proud of what I accomplished. So I feel like I can rest easy tonight and take it easy tomorrow, have fun tomorrow. Um, yeah, me and my little pillow pet here gonna hit the hay. Of course, now that I set up this shot, I gotta actually get out of bed so I can turn off my lights and stop the camera. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm excited for this con, honestly. I'm just rambling now because I don't I don't want to get out of bed and turn off the. Ugh. I don't know why I do this to myself. I don't know why I do this to myself. Like, why did I spend all day crafting? Like, I could do so many other things. Why did I spend all day making shoes? Not even making shoes, touching up shoes I had previously made. Why do I do that? And then why did I style a link wig at midnight, knowing it would take me like at least an hour? It took me like 2, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I probably only crafted till about 12, not 12:30, 2:30? 2:30. I only crafted till about 2:30. And then the last half hour is me picking up because I don't want my mom to kill me. So, I'm so ready for bed. All I want is sleep right now. So yeah, I'm gonna go do that. And I will see you later. Good night. Good afternoon. It's currently 1:12. I'm about to be on my way to Anime Expo. I think I have about 2-hour drive to get there. My check-in is at 3, so yeah, I'm gonna go grab a coffee first though, because it's a little toasty today, and I need something to keep me going while I'm on the road. I am not a huge fan of driving, so yeah, we'll see we'll see how this goes, I guess. See you guys when I get to the hotel. My original plan was to drive up at around 1, get there by 3, and then go to the con by myself and wait for Leyline to join me. Unfortunately, I got about 40 minutes out before I realized that you kind of need your badge to get into the convention. And I didn't have my badge. So I did have to turn around and head back home, but it actually worked out perfectly. Hello, do you want
Hello, my name is Leyline. You're going to Anime Expo.
Yeah, I think our ETA is 4. We had some detours, but we're on our way. It's been crazy. Because I wasn't going to pick you up originally, but now here we are. Is there anything you would like to tell the people?
I'm really in pain right now.
Do you want pain meds? I have some.
I took 500 I took 500 milligrams of Tylenol.
I have ibuprofen, which you can back-to-back it.
Beautiful.
Okay, anyway, we will record when we get to the hotel. Wow, okay. Don't be mean to my followers like that. I'm in love with a creeper on the low. I'm trying to fuck. I hope you know I'm just gonna cut to stray that.
What?
I'm gonna cut to that in the video. I'm gonna play that. We made it to our hotel. We're getting ready. So we're getting ready, and I'm being Kurapika, and they're being Samsung Girl 2021 Incident, right? Okay. Yeah. So
Affirmative.
So we're gonna do a little time lapse. It's gonna be real silly. And
My bad.
we're gonna do a little time lapse. It's gonna be really silly, and then we're gonna go to the con. Don't no. Anyway, time lapse time. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Goodbye. We are officially ready for Anime Expo.
I forgot my mic.
It's just lost under the giant pile of makeup on the counter, so we only got one mic for now. And with
lipstick on it.
That's okay. With that, we are. You gotta turn it on. So press the on button on the back. And with that, we are off to day 1 of Anime Expo. We are like 4 hours late, but that's fine. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, bye! What's good, chat? We made it to Anime Expo. We have not found the entrance yet. It's over there, we think. We bought food. How much was your dinner? $25?
20, but I put the $5 tip.
Mine was 20 as well, I think, with the tip. Anyway, so we're at Anime Expo now, and we're gonna then try to find the entrance, but we're eating really expensive food. Lovely. So eventually we did get into the convention. It definitely wasn't easy. It was the end of the day, so some entrances were open and some weren't. It was a little difficult to find out which ones were open, but when we eventually found it, it wasn't a big deal. We went inside into the exhibit hall, which was open for about 2 more hours. I did find a Hunter x Hunter setup, which was for the new game coming out, And, as Kurapika, I had to take some photos with my man Leorio, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to get the Leopika content out there. We walked around, we bought some things, mostly Lay bought things. I was saving my money for Saturday, but we were very excited.
Stupid.
What else did you get? Why does he look like that? Okay, what else?
A non-sexualized character. She's cute.
Oh, it's Anya.
Yeah.
Is it? No,
No.
It's not Anya.
No, it's from Yuru Camp.
Cute. What else? Anything else? How we feeling? How we feeling about the purchase?
I like Aang the most.
Was this worth $50?
Yeah. I like Aang the most.
Beautiful. After we left the exhibit hall, we found a quiet staircase right outside the convention, and we actually decided to have a little mini photo shoot. I was mostly the subject of photos, and thank you, Lay, so much for sticking with me and for actually taking the time to take all those photos of me. I really appreciate it. They are bomb. And then we somehow ended up downtown. And let me just say that the lights there were absolutely spectacular. It was 4th of July. Everything's lit up. It's beautiful. There were fireworks going off. It was just, oh my God, it was so perfect. And we actually took some amazing photos there too that were just so beautiful. We then found these statues and decided that taking flirty pictures with them would be hilarious, but then also I could use it as a reference for ship art later on, which I totally did.
Oh my God.
We eventually got back to the hotel and there were fireworks going off outside our window. It was just a perfect night. And we actually filmed some TikToks in the hotel room, which was so much fun. We had a blast. I was laughing my ass off at some of these TikToks we filmed. I'm so happy with how they came out. They were all pretty much jokes, but who cares? It's just for fun.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, of course.
Do girls not have bows?
Girls do not have balls, no.
So when a girl goes to scratch her bows, how does that work?
Hello, good evening. We just finished filming TikToks. Do you have any comments on my TikToks?
I saw a lot of things. It was a war zone.
Got flashbacks now. I got my little Gojo here. He's pretty cute. You got him actually. I like him. My first thoughts on today were that it was pretty good. I think the food was a little bit too expensive because the food was kind of meh that we got. And then I also think the entrance was really hard to find. We had a really hard time getting in. But I think once we were in, it was pretty good. The exhibit hall was pretty big and I saw a lot of cool stuff. What are your first thoughts?
There were a lot of really pretty people and it really scared me.
A lot of gay thoughts going on and the first thoughts. Anything else?
No.
Okay, just gay thoughts happening over here. Got it. Yeah, we both got some lanyards that are really cute for our things. We should do a haul. We don't really have anything to haul though, because you got like some figures and we got lanyards, so there's not much to haul. But yeah, I think first thoughts are we're both pretty excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow because I will actually have a recognizable character because I did Samsung Girl today.
I will probably not. Wow.
She's pretty. This one's cute.
Very nice. I might not have a recognizable character because I'm doing Lambert from Cult of the Lamb tomorrow, but I'll at least look cool. So even if I don't have a recognizable cosplay, I'll be cool looking.
I think people will recognize it.
I hope so. I worked really hard on that cosplay. I made it entirely myself. So yeah, we're both excited for tomorrow. And is that it? All the updates?
I'm scared about creeps tomorrow.
I will kick them with my hooves. I got you, Pookie. Don't even worry
Pookie.
about it.
Okay.
Okay, we have to go to bed now. We're gonna go work on cosplays and go to sleep. So we will see you bright and early in the morning. You want to say goodnight to the adoring thousands of fans we have? Shut up! I have thousands. Don't tell me. Don't tell me otherwise.
Are you posting this on TikTok? Because then it's thousands.
No.
Good night to all the 1,000 people that will be watching this.
You will be. Okay. You will be. Even if you don't want to, you will be. Okay. So, before I continue on with the convention footage, I did reach out on my Instagram and on my TikTok, and I asked some of my mutuals to give me their thoughts on conventions. And there's two that I really do want to talk about. I will be putting both of these creators' profiles up on the screen somewhere and also down in the description. So please go check them out. They are both amazing people. So I asked them both a few questions on how long they've been going to cons and just like general experiences and thoughts on them, how they think cons could improve. The first person that I got thoughts from was at Minty Kumori on Instagram. I've gone to 5 conventions. Some positive experience included access to crafts and crafting stations, whereas I don't otherwise have access to, hanging out with friends and the opportunity to make new connections through mutual and group activities, opportunities to learn new ways to interact and create within the furry community with it fursuiting 101, acting, dancing classes, game design, and character design tutorials. Raves. I love expressing emotions and feelings through music, and the raves are a great way to vent out negative energy through physical activity and inventing new ways to shake some ass. Negative experiences. Stressing out about costs and budgeting for the convention, having to deal with people harassing you / your friends. Going to cons with no one that you know of is quite hard as it forces you to have fun on your own, which can be kind of hard when the whole furry community is built on community and on one-on-one interactions. Making friends can also be difficult at first because you don't have the experience to read social situations perfectly, how to take a hint, and how to introduce yourself to someone. It forces you to think about your image and how you want to perceive yourself and how you want others to perceive you. A good learning experience, but not easy. Having con spaces for crafting various things like badges, stickers, and bracelets was so much fun at Anther Northwest and a huge benefit for decompression time. Having facilitated friend making activities can be beneficial to removing social barriers to making new friends. Having con planners can be helpful to gain better understanding of how full panels and spaces will be so you can prepare adequately. Additional support besides just water and a fan in the headless lounge, such as small snacks, hydration / electrolyte additives, and places to store suits and dry off suits would be fantastic. So the second person that I got a statement from was Flower Breath Cause on Instagram. Hello, my name is Anna. I've been cosplaying for about 8 to 9 years now. I've been to an estimate of 40 conventions, including both mall cons and convention center cons. One of my disturbing experiences was when I was harassed to talk to a known creep. Keep in mind, this was one that was not that long ago, where a guy at a convention kept harassing me to talk to him about something that I had clearly stated was extremely uncomfortable. A few minutes after, my best friend's boyfriend, who was next to me, noticed and made some excuse to pull me aside to ask if I was okay. I told him what was happening, and he quickly gathered our party so we could leave. But while we were leaving, we had realized we had no pictures together, so we went to take some pictures. At that moment, the guy follows us outside and started talking with other people. My friend's boyfriend is just playing around with our friend group, and the guy joins in uninvited. So we kind of just ignore him, but before we left, we were saying goodbye, and this guy went to hug my best friend's boyfriend. My best friend's boyfriend skips the hug, but when he noticed that he avoided his hug, he went in and slapped my guy friend's ass. It was not by mistake either, because he has done this countless times. The best way to fix conventions, in my opinion, is to make the staff acknowledge creepy behavior and hold the people accountable for it. I've had a couple of situations where I have required mall con staff and they have ignored me completely. Also, the lack of affordable drinks. Here in Puerto Rico, a water bottle at a big con can cost you around $3 to $4, and they do not allow outside drinks unless you basically sneak them in somehow. Once they took my sealed water bottle because they said it could contain alcohol. Conventions are dangerous to go to these days. You can't even go to the bathroom alone because you don't know the danger you could face. Thank you so much to River for the opportunity to talk about this topic. Thank you for giving me your thoughts. I really do appreciate that. And thank you to Minty Kimura as well. I appreciate both of you so much. I'm really glad that you both were able to give me your thoughts to talk about. So those are some mutual thoughts. If you have any thoughts, please put them down in the comments. I would love to hear more about other people's experiences and thoughts when it comes to conventions. And now back to good morning. It's 8 a.m. I'm tired. Are you tired?
Yeah.
we're getting ready to go. I'm being the cold to the lamb today. You can't see, but I have fur pants on. And she's being Raven today. But closet cosplay Raven, is that the...
I can't get this freaking in. It's. I might just have to.
We're struggling here. Anyway, yes, we're getting ready and then we're gonna go. So, yay! That was good. Hi, we made it to the convention. We got some silly little mystery bags, and I'm gonna open mine first, and they're gonna open theirs. Can you open it for me? Or did you already open it? I got one that's a little $10 keychain mystery bag. It's pretty cute. Get that. Okay. I got Pokemon cards. They're only the elements. They're only the elements. What is that?
You got two characters.
Okay, I got Charizard or Charmeleon, and I got a Japanese card. That's actually sick as fuck. I will keep that. I mean, I'll keep both of them, but okay. I got. What is this? Okay, while they're opening that, I'm gonna keep going. I love him. Oh my god, I love him. Okay, what is it? No. I got this thing. Okay. And then I got a Zenitsu keychain. Okay, your turn.
I got an anime figure thing for $40 and it has like 3 figures in it. I got Conan Edgegawa. Dude, I got the one I wanted. No fucking way. Sick ass lady with the gun. It's not a figure. Okay, this is not a figure, but I got a Minecraft mystery box.
That's the first haul of the day. I feel like I kind of got ripped off, except for the Japanese Pokemon card, which I actually think is really cool. I do have Pokemon cards, so that's fun.
Queepa. Oh man.
Okay, we're gonna go keep exploring now.
Okay, we've been here since 2. Nope, we've been here since 10. It's now 2. It's been 4, 5 hours. Right? Yeah, okay. And I finally had to change out my shoes, and I looked at the bottoms, and I completely sanded them on accident. And they're like really gross now. Anything you want to add?
My eyes feel heavy and it hurts. But it's okay because I'm gonna take cool pictures.
Yep, exactly. So, and my makeup is melting off. Yep. Doing well so far. We've got like 8 hours to go.
8 hours in a day.
Yep. Okay.
So unfortunately, on day 2, we saw some protesters. And as far as I'm aware, these people were here all weekend. I've also seen them at other cons. I saw them at WonderCon a few years ago. Have a great photo of me dressed as Link flipping them off. Fantastic. I think a lot of other con goers kind of scoff and walk away from them or just kind of yell at them back. make a quick little joke, whatever. And I think that's all good and fair as long as you're not getting into physical altercations or even like verbal altercations with these people. I think that religion is a very interesting talking point, and I actually very much enjoy researching religion and mythology and the correlations between different religions and mythologies. I wrote a whole paper on it in 10th grade. I'm personally an atheist, so I don't believe in any of that. I just find it very interesting. But I don't think it's okay to push those beliefs onto other people. Everybody has their own beliefs, and that's perfectly fine. Obviously, that's not the talking point of this video, but that's all to say these people aren't harming anybody necessarily by being there, but like really you're going to yell at a bunch of cosplayers who are just having fun because they're not doing what Jesus says. Is that really what we're doing here? I mean, I hope these people are happy. I'm glad they're doing what they believe in, but at the same time, don't push your beliefs on other people.
Hello.
Okay, what time is it? Like 6?
6:30?
I had to outfit change because my shoes started to break and also I got too hot and I thought I was gonna get heat stroke. So that was not good. So I changed and I'm Link for the next. I was only gonna do Link Sunday, but now I'm Link today too.
I did an outfit change too because my eyelashes were not having it. And then also the costume that Raven usually is in is really tight and I was getting razor bumps and it hurt.
Yeah. So if you decide to go to a convention, make sure you have a close hotel because if you don't,
You're walking
you're walking.
a lot.
Well, I mean, we drove back to the hotel. It wasn't too bad. But I mean like
Yeah.
don't drive cities. Like it's better to go I think for multiple days and get a hotel than just to drive up there for one day.
Mm-hmm.
Because then if you want to go home, you have to like go home, you know. Okay.
Yes.
Anyways, we were also going to do a little haul of the other things we got that we didn't show. So I have a Link sword at home, but I forgot it. So I decided to buy one, and it comes with a sheath, which my other one doesn't have. It does come out of the sheath, kind of. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually very excited about this purchase. And then you got more stuff.
I got anime figures and I'm going to get one for my boyfriend.
You want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got this one.
This one was free.
It just says relax time on it. So she's very pretty.
Yes. And then I got Toga because I've always wanted a Toga figure, but I'm kind of scared of the My Hero fandom.
Yeah, I'm also terrified of the My Hero fandom, but I really want to cosplay Bakugo again because I think he's really cool.
I will cosplay Toga or Uraraka or maybe Suyu.
I'll take that up. I'll take you up on that offer.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we're about to head back for the rest of the day now. And then we'll come home in the evening to eat and sleep, basically.
I think I might just wear this to the con tomorrow.
Yeah, this is going to be my outfit for tomorrow as well. I have one other Link costume, but I think it's going to be too hot. If the lamb was too hot, the other Link cosplay is going to be too hot because it's a big tunic.
It's like really comfortable and I have a jacket so I can take it on and off.
Yeah, always make sure you're comfy at conventions or you have a backup plan if you're not comfy because don't overexert yourself. Okay, anyways, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye. So day 2, we went back to the con and we were walking around a bit. We were trying to get back to Artist Alley. It had actually closed. And as we were walking down a hallway towards Artist Alley, one of the workers was standing at the end being like, oh, it's closed, but you know, this dance is open if you want to go. And we were like, oh, a dance. That sounds really interesting, actually. So we walk inside and it is relatively empty. I mean, there were like 20, 25 people there kind of dancing, sitting against the wall, just kind of hanging out. We were like, okay, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the music's not bad. Like, sure. And then something weird happened. This weird robot projection came on the screen and started talking. We were like, okay, I guess this is happening now.
To dream, to imagine, and create wonders with the colors we perceive. But do we perceive this beauty all the same? Can the integration of consciousness heighten our senses?
And as it talked, everybody kind of just fell silent and listened. And then a guy with a guitar popped out from behind the DJ booth and started playing, and everybody was immediately hyped. Don't know what this was. Don't know how we got there, but oh my god, it was amazing. Oh my god, it was amazing. And we took some great photos there. My snake bites glow in the dark, and I had never seen them under UV light, so that was really fun to see. We meant to go back, and unfortunately, our parking spot ended, and we couldn't. But whoever made the set with the weird AI robot lady, props, because that hooked us. Wow, that was a hook. And it worked. It worked well. Your set, fantastic. We then got food, and unfortunately, Lay did drop their strawberry on the ground, and they were very sad about it. But then later on, we decided to explore some more. We went back to some of the places we'd been the day before, and they took more photos of me. And I just want to thank them again, because even before any editing was done to these photos, they looked so professional for being taken on an iPhone. And I'm so happy with how they came out. I really think they're some of my favorite cosplay photos ever.
Oh, I have your pie.
Thank you. We just got back like 20 minutes ago. We're exhausted, so this is gonna be short. End of the day thoughts. I think the Cult of the Lamb cosplay is done for now. It's kind of broken, and I think I look really sexy as Link.
There's some creepy people.
That too. We had some interesting interactions.
Still in 2025.
I had a guy watching me take photos, and he went, "Bravo." So that was interesting.
I had a guy try to reach out and touch me and say, "Raven." And then he was like, and then his friend was like, "You're so beautiful." And I was like, "Thank you. But also, please don't touch me."
I feel like most of my interactions were okay. I feel like there were definitely a lot of older people who recognized my cosplay, which isn't necessarily bad. I got called Zelda a few times, which I never appreciate. So
no Zelda. No Zelda. No Zelda today. We didn't find a Zelda for the link.
I need to find a Zelda.
There were so many yesterday, and then they just disappeared.
I need a Zelda or a Prince Sidon, because I don't know if you know this, but I'm gay for the fish.
You might have to settle for his sister.
No, I don't like Mifa. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't like her. But Sidon, though? I'm going to post a thing being like, if anybody's Zelda tomorrow, find me, because I want you.
Low key, I want to go to that restaurant again. That shit was good.
Yard House?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we did go to Yard House today. We got food. We were pretty chilling today. You got a few more figurines after our haul, and we'll show those off tomorrow. We're gonna go to bed and then get up super early and check out and go to the last day and then go home. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're gonna watch TLC and eat a bunch of food and go to sleep, because it's like 12:30 right now.
Munching.
And I have raccoon eyes.
I put on eyelashes that last a long ass time. They last for like 5 days. So
we'll be dealing with that.
Yep.
You'll be dealing with that.
Yep.
Okay. Good night.
Night. I forgot mascara on my bottom lashes yesterday.
Time for day 3. Oh, it's still going. I don't have a lot from this day. The hall was pretty packed. It was huge. There was a lot of people milling about. Unfortunately, the con did close a few hours earlier than we previously thought it would. So we didn't get to do very much there, but we still had a great time. You know, we still bought some things. We still talked to some people, got some photos taken of us, and all was well and good. Okay, so we're halfway through day 3 for us and day 4 for the con. I think today's going pretty well.
My feet hurt though today.
Yeah, my stomach's hurting. I think it's a lot from like junk food and whatnot. We bought some stuff and walked around a bit. I've been getting a lot of good reactions to the Link cosplay. I appreciate that. You were called Starfire. That was interesting.
Do I look like Starfire to you? How do I look like Starfire? It's okay though.
Yeah, he went Starfire, oh, Raven! I was like, okay.
It's like,
yeah.
that's a completely different color scheme.
I got called Zelda a lot, which is not to be unexpected. I also got called Blink, which I thought was weird.
No, he was like, what's your cosplay again? And I was like,
Link.
I was like, that's Link. And he goes, Blink!
Yeah, so that was an interesting one. That was the guy who, like, that was like our waiter or our host for the restaurant we went to. Overall, I think day 4 is going well. It is very hot. It's very hot. My makeup is melting. I need to touch it up. And I found several Link figurines, and they're all way too expensive, which is sad.
They're over like $200.
I'm sorry. The most I will spend is $100, but I'm out of money now, so I think I'm about done buying stuff.
I will see as the day goes on, but I bought 4 figures, so I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
And I bought a stuffed animal for my boyfriend, so.
Yeah. Do we want to do a haul right now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so our haul today, and you have a few items from yesterday you didn't show. I only bought one thing, and I'm a little sad the box is damaged, but I'm really happy with the figure. It's the shield from Zelda, and I believe it lights up, or there's lights you can add to it. I'm a little sad the box is damaged because I usually like to keep my big figurines in boxes because I'm a little collector and I don't want them to get damaged. But it's kind of already damaged, so. But it was worth it, and they had a Rivali one, and I wanted that more, but unfortunately it was $200, and as much as I like Zelda, that is a little more than I'm willing to spend, especially for someone like Rivali. Now, if it was Prince Sidon, I'd be down, but it wasn't, so. I don't really like Rivali very much. Actually, I think he's really cool. I think he's a really cool character design. I just think he's kind of a bitch, but he's cool. What did you get?
I got a lot of things, and I feel like whenever I pick out figures, it's even if I don't know the character and I just think she's cute, I will get the character. So I'm hoping none of my stuff is from like any Gooner shit, because I hate that stuff. But I got this girl. I think she's really pretty. Oh, that's the back. Can you see?
I can see, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think that one's cute. I like it.
I don't think she looks Gooner, but I'm
What's her
hoping
name?
it's not from a Gooner thing.
Her name is Naya.
Naya. And then I got this one for my boyfriend because his favorite is Bunny Girl Senpai.
A little bit of a Gooner anime there.
A little bit suspicious, but I swear, he swears by it that he doesn't watch it for the Gooner, he watches it for the romance.
Okay.
So I got her in this cute, like, dress. I have never watched it, so I don't know if this is part of the show.
I think that's a cute one. I think it's a lot better than some of the other figures.
Oh, yeah. I don't like the Bunny Girl stuff.
That's fair.
I got one more thing for my boyfriend. Since he really likes cute things, especially Hello Kitty, but this is not Hello Kitty. But, he also loves strawberries. So I got him a strawberry
It's so cute. The eyes are like, oh my god.
I think he's gonna love it.
He's so cute.
And then, there's more.
Lay got a lot of stuff today. And yesterday.
Okay, I splurge because I never splurge. So.
That's fair. Also, you aren't one to come to anime cons very often. I come a lot more than you do, so
definitely
I have to be a
not.
little bit more on a budget.
This one is Asuka from Evangelion, but I had to trade her out for a different one. Well, I wanted this original figure, but then I like actually looked at it and her clothes were like ripping off, and I was like, she's 14.
We don't do that. We don't like that here. On this channel, channel, we don't like when they sexualize children.
Yeah, so actually. I got this one because I have Rey, and she's in a white like suit, so I think she's gonna match with Rey.
That looks good. Yeah.
And I think she's cute in this one, and she's not like weird. And then I got this character. I don't even know who it is, but I think she looks really pretty and cute. And I don't know. She's like this.
She's cute. Hair. I like her hair.
I know. I really do
it's
like the
really
hair.
Pretty. What's her? What does it say on the box? Express. Okay.
It's espresso.
No. It says espresso. Is that an E?
Espresso.
Oh, that is an E. That's a weird E.
Yeah. So I don't know what this is from. Maybe I'll watch it just for her.
Is that it?
No.
Oh my god.
I have 2 more.
Okay. Okay.
I
remember this one. This one's really cute.
Yeah, I got Maid Miku, but she's like really cute and she's not weird looking. So here's her drawing.
I like that they gave her tights. I really do appreciate it. Or they're not like full tights, but they're like high stockings, and I appreciate that because that gives her a little bit more coverage.
I definitely think she was one of the really cute ones there. And we love Miku here.
Yes.
So.
We both have a lot of Miku figures. I think both of us specifically have a lot of Sakura Miku. Love her. She's really pretty.
Low-key, this one's a little bit gooner, but do not worry. It's just the original character from Demon Slayer, and I really like her.
I don't think I know that character.
She's one of the demons, and I think she's really pretty.
Okay, to be fair, I have not watched Demon Slayer in a long time, and I only cosplay Inosuke because I think he's silly.
Yeah, so here's her. She's kind of skimpy, but it's okay.
Got some cleavage hanging out there, but...
It's okay because that's just her character,
yeah.
And I'm gonna let it go because she's cool. And you know what? I think she's badass, so...
I think she was really cool. I don't know her, so I mean, I can't, say much, but...
I really like the white hair characters in Demon Slayer, so it was like that.
Yeah. So that is the haul for now. I think I may buy one more figure or a poster or something, but I think that's about as much as I'll spend. And then you're about done too, I think. So I think we'll just walk around, take some pictures, meet some cosplayers. I still have not met a Zelda.
No Zelda.
I need a Zelda!
Whole Wheat Pete is here at this con.
Yes.
And someone met him right before, I don't know, they like met him in the same section that we were at.
Yeah, I know I mentioned this in the intro of the video, but I think cons really need to stop. You guys gotta stop letting these people come to these cons. This is disgusting.
Like, why are we letting a grown-ass man
also
jump
Momo
on 14-year-old girls?
Yeah, Momo-kun is also here. I don't know if she's here today, but she was here at this con. Yeah. I don't know what days.
I don't know what days either, but
it was on her Instagram, I think.
I think we'll be able to spot her just because of the Umbra wigs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, these cons really gotta stop letting these people in. It's honestly gross. I didn't even know Holy P was gonna be here. I also talked about him in the intro to my video because I was like, he's so bad, how can I not talk about him? Like,
yeah. No, I was like standing next to this guy and he's like, I just met Whole Wheat Pete, like he's my favorite. And I was like,
he's your favorite?
And then I heard the worker go, oh yeah, I definitely know him.
Yeah, that's so great. Oh, we're so glad Whole Wheat Pete is your favorite. Oh.
But you could tell the worker was just trying to do his job but did not approve.
Yeah.
So
we like that worker. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna go back, walk around, meet some people. I'll hopefully find a Zelda that I can be like, hey. So, yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the day, and then we will do a little end of con thoughts.
Yeah. Why are we in sync?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay. Goodbye. Hi, so I just got home like 20 minutes ago. I don't know if you can see the smeared makeup, but I feel pretty awful right now. I have pretty bad after con and after event depression, and it presents itself in a lot of ways, but it's usually a lot of like numbness until I get home into my room, and then it's just full blown breakdown. I'm surprised I'm actually holding it together right now. And I also feel like I didn't get enough done today, which I think I actually really want to discuss for a moment because I think that is dumb. I got so much done today. Walked around for so long. I talked to so many amazing people. I saw so many amazing cosplays and I took photos with people. It was amazing. Like, genuinely, it's such a good experience. And I had a lot of fun this weekend. So, why do I feel like I didn't do enough today is kind of like what I'm trying to go over in my head. And what I've come up with is I didn't get content from today. I didn't really get a whole bunch of content in general, but especially not from today. And I think that content is something that is so normalized and so pushed in the cosplay community because, you know, we all get dolled up for a reason, right? And there's a huge part of it that is just showing off. And I think that's why I'm feeling very disappointed in myself right now, which is also funny because I have pictures in this con of Gerudo Link. I just don't have pictures of Gerudo Link from today. But who cares? I feel like every other cosplayer shouldn't have to be sad about this either because, you know, like, you have tomorrow. You have this cosplay and you have tomorrow. So why are you sad now about not getting content? It's disappointing, but just redress up. It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to, like, you know, not do as much as you wanted because there's so much time left in your life and in the world. Just take a second and appreciate what you have and what you did do. I'm gonna cry off the rest of my makeup, I swear. I'm so appreciative that I got to go to a convention with my friends and that I have the money to do this and that, you know, I met so many amazing people. Ew, my voice sounds so shaky. I'm gonna hate editing this. I'm very appreciative that I got to do all that. So, you know, the content side isn't or shouldn't be a priority when I have tomorrow to redo it or to add on to it. And so I should be thinking more about how grateful I am and how, you know, happy things were, how amazing yesterday was. I had so much fun yesterday. And even if today wasn't the best, even if today I was tired and overwhelmed, I had so much fun the other days that today shouldn't have to overpower those and overshadow those. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on content and on feeling sad after a con. And I'm so sorry that I'm crying. I'm so sorry. We have so much crying people on the internet. I really don't want to add to that. I really don't want to be here, you know, crying in front of my camera because there's just so much like crying content. That's so dumb to have to sit here and cry, but there's a lot of feelings going on right now. I'm a very emotional person sometimes, and it kind of sucks. But I'm not ashamed of it either. Editing me is going to be very ashamed of this. But recording me is happy I'm getting my feelings out there, even if I'm wording this all weird because I'm so tired. So, yeah, my final thoughts will come in a few days, but for now, that's what I have to say on this.
Hello. It has been quite a bit since I filmed. It's really good to see you. It's 1:45 on the 16th, so it's 10 days after Anime Expo ended. And yeah, I had planned on filming this 3 to 4 days after Anime Expo would end. Clearly, I did not. Life got a little busy. I went back to work. Cosplaying and content creating are not my full-time jobs. They're just hobbies. So I do have a job when I'm not at school and got very busy with that. Kind of forgot that I had an ending to film here. Yeah, aside from that, everything's just been getting back to normal. I have another con that I'm planning for in August, so Sacramento. I will see you soon. I'm very excited. Have some new things to debut, working on some stuff, gonna film some stuff. I'm so hyped. Yeah, but I've been trying to take a few days to just kind of sit and think because I'm curious why I enjoy these cons as much as I do. If I'm being very honest, Anime Expo was pretty much all the bad things I'd heard. Yeah, it was very big and hot and crowded and smelly and yeah, it was not amazing. The food, oh my god, the food. It was... there was a lot of food trucks, and I did appreciate that they had multiple options, as well as, you know, if one food truck ran out, there's other ones to go to, and so on and so forth. But that being said, the food at those food trucks was very expensive and very mediocre for what it was. So we actually went to a lot of restaurants because there was just more quality and more options for about the same price. It was still pricey, but at least we could have a little bit more, like, say in what we wanted. Unfortunately, both me and Lay were harassed and had some strange comments made towards us in some of our showier outfits while I was in Gerudo Link and while they were in Raven from Teen Titans. Luckily, it was all pretty controlled and nothing super crazy happened. So, while it's not great, it could have been worse. And I hate to say that, but it is true. It could have been way worse. The last day was a lot of exhaustion and overstimulation on both of our parts, and that's why there's not a lot of content from it. I do want to apologize because I do think I had a bit of a temper that day. I don't know if this came across on camera at all, but I don't think that matters. I still want to apologize for it because that's not how I want to portray myself in any way, shape, or form. It's not how I want to act around people I meet or my friends. I'm usually a very nice person. I was just very tired and very ready to go home. But even with all of that, I had so much fun, and that's very intriguing to me because clearly when I talk about it, it doesn't sound like I had a lot of fun, and I look back at these cons with so much fondness. You know, every time I go, I feel like the first couple of days are just the most amazing things ever, and by the last day, I'm tired and overstimulated and overwhelmed, and I just really want to go home. But whenever I look back on them, I'm like, wow, that was probably one of the best experiences of my life. And I think that's very interesting. You know, as I've said at the beginning of this video, struggles are kind of what make life worth living. They're what make life interesting. If you had no struggles, no setbacks, no mistakes, you wouldn't grow as a person. Time and time again, I've built my own cosplays, and time again, they've broken, but that only makes me want to find those weak points and make it again, but stronger, more improved. And I think that's what we need to do as a community. Parking and pricing and all those things at a con are rough. It's hard, it's expensive. But you know, if you pay $40 for parking, but you have a great time, that $40 really doesn't seem like a lot because it was worth it. If you pay that same $40 and have drama and are harassed, that $40 seems like a lot more. I think everybody who goes to a convention needs to remember that everybody else there is human. We all make mistakes and we're all kind of just there to have a good time. A lot of people who go to cons are there to find people with similar interests, to take photos, to buy things. It shouldn't be difficult to start up a conversation about a character or a cosplay, or to ask for a photo or even a hug without disrespecting the person you're talking to. It should be pretty easy to respect that some people don't want a picture or don't want to be touched or don't want their costumes to be pulled on or pulled apart. But clearly some people just don't understand that. And I think, you know, if you can't understand how your actions affect the people around you, then maybe going to a con and surrounding yourself with thousands of people just isn't a good idea. So, while I don't think our community or conventions are doomed at all, I think if we don't learn and we don't grow from these mistakes, from the people who've been canceled, from everything like that, then who's to say we won't be doomed eventually?